What is management? Management is the process of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling resources, both human and physical, to achieve a specific goal. In simple words, it is about getting things done efficiently and effectively through people. Key points to remember. Management is an ongoing process that involves making decisions and policies. It helps in organizing people and resources to reach objectives. It is considered from different perspectives. Economists see it as a factor of production. Socialists see it as a class of people. Practitioners see it as a process. Trade unions sometimes see it as an exploitative system. Definitions of management. Lewis Allen, management is what a manager does. Simply, management is the job of a manager. James D. Mooney and Alan C. Riley, management is the art of directing and inspiring people. It is about leading and motivating people. Peter Drucker, management is a multi-purpose organ that manages a business, manages managers, and manages workers and work. Management handles everything from top-level decisions to worker coordination. Kuntz and O'Donnell, management is the creation and maintenance of an internal environment where people work together efficiently toward common goals. Good management creates a productive work environment. Example to understand management. Imagine a football team. The coach, manager, plans strategies, organizes training sessions, guides players, and ensures they work as a team. The ultimate goal is to win matches, achieve objectives. Just like a coach, a manager in a business ensures that employees work efficiently to achieve company goals. Nature of management. Management is a continuous process. Management never stops. It goes through planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling continuously. These steps are interconnected. One cannot work without the other. Example: running a restaurant requires constant planning, menu updates, organizing, staff schedules, staffing, hiring chefs, directing, guiding employees, and controlling, ensuring food quality. 2. Management as a discipline. Management is becoming a structured field of study, like science or law. It provides certified knowledge to professionals and helps businesses grow. Example: just like doctors study medicine, managers study management to improve business operations. 3. Management as a career. Management offers various career paths like HR, marketing, finance, supply chain, etc. It provides job security, challenges, and growth opportunities. Example: a marketing manager focuses on brand promotion, while a finance manager handles company budgets. 4. Management as science and art. Science: it has structured knowledge, facts, and principles. Art: it requires creativity, decision-making, and leadership skills. Example: a chef follows scientific cooking methods, temperature, ingredients, but also adds creativity in presentation. 5. Management is goal-oriented. Every organization works towards predefined objectives. The success of management depends on achieving these goals. Example: a business aims to increase sales. Management ensures strategies to achieve that target. 6. Management provides guidance. It helps utilize human and material resources efficiently. It suggests techniques to minimize waste and maximize productivity. Example: a project manager guides a team on how to complete tasks on time and within budget. Management is a human activity. Management is performed by people, not machines. It is intangible. You can feel its impact, but not touch it. Example: a company's good management creates a positive work environment even though you can't see management itself. 8. Management denotes authority. Authority allows managers to guide, direct, and control employees. Without authority, there would be no proper decision-making. Example: a school principal has authority to set rules and ensure discipline among students and teachers. Management is universal. Management is needed in every field: business, government, military, education, hospitals, etc. Example: a hospital needs management to handle doctors, patients, finances, and facilities. 10. Management ensures coordination. All employees and departments must work together smoothly. Good coordination avoids confusion and delays. Example: a movie production team must coordinate between actors, directors, editors, and marketers to release a film on time. 11. Management is dynamic. It adapts to changes in business and market conditions. New technologies and customer preferences require updated management strategies. Example, companies moved to online sales during the pandemic to survive changing conditions. 12. Management is leadership. A manager must inspire and guide employees to work efficiently. Leadership involves motivation, communication, and decision-making. Example, Steve Jobs inspired Apple employees to innovate and create groundbreaking products. 13. Management is decision-making. Managers make important decisions based on facts and analysis. Decision-making impacts finance, marketing, HR, and operations. Example, a finance manager decides where to invest company funds to ensure maximum profit. 14. Management is a profession. Management is learned through training and education. Anyone with proper knowledge and skills can become a manager. Example, an MBA graduate can work in different management roles with proper training and experience. Key takeaways. Management is continuous and goal-oriented. It is both a science and an art. It involves leadership, authority, and decision-making. Management is needed everywhere: business, government, hospitals, etc. It is a dynamic and professional career. Functions of management. Every organization works towards achieving specific goals. To do this effectively, management follows a structured process, known as the management process, which consists of 5 key functions: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. 1. Planning. Setting goals and strategy. What it means. Planning is the process of deciding in advance what needs to be done, how it will be done, and who will do it. Why it's important. It helps in setting clear goals and defining the best way to achieve them. Example, a company launching a new product plans everything in advance: target audience, marketing strategy, budget, and production timeline. Organizing, structuring the work. What it means. Organizing involves dividing tasks, assigning responsibilities, and ensuring coordination. Why it's important. Proper organization avoids confusion, reduces duplication of work, and increases efficiency. Example, in a restaurant, work is divided among chefs, cooking, waiters, serving, and managers, supervision, to ensure smooth operations. 3. Staffing, hiring the right people. What it means. Staffing is about recruiting, selecting, training, and retaining employees to fill job roles. Why it's important. A business needs skilled employees to function efficiently. Example, a hospital hires doctors, nurses, and administrative staff to provide proper healthcare services. Number 4. Directing, leading, and motivating. What it means. Directing is about guiding, supervising, and motivating employees to work towards company goals. Why it's important. Employees perform better when they are properly led, motivated, and given clear instructions. Example, a sales manager encourages their team by offering bonuses and incentives for achieving targets. 5. Controlling, monitoring, and evaluating. What it means. Controlling ensures that all activities are going as planned and allows corrective action if needed. Why it's important. It helps to identify mistakes, improve efficiency, and stay on track. A company regularly checks its financial records to ensure expenses stay within budget and profits meet targets. Management has 5 main functions: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Each function is interconnected. Without planning, organizing is difficult. Without staffing, directing is impossible. Good management ensures efficient operations, motivated employees, and goal achievement. Henry Mintzberg's classification. Managers perform multiple roles to handle different responsibilities effectively. Henry Mintzberg categorized these roles into 3 main types: interpersonal, informational, and decisional. 1. Interpersonal roles, building relationships. These roles focus on a manager's interactions with employees, colleagues, and external parties. I. Figurehead, symbolic leader. Represents the organization in formal events like meetings, inaugurations, or celebrations. Example, a CEO cutting a ribbon at a new office opening. Leader, motivator and guide. Encourages and motivates employees to work efficiently and achieve goals. Example, a sales manager motivating the team with incentives and rewards. Liaison, bridge between teams. Communicates with other departments, companies, or external parties for better coordination. Example, a marketing manager talking with advertising agencies to launch a campaign. 2. Informational roles, handling and sharing information. These roles involve collecting, processing, and distributing business-related information. I monitor, information collector, gathers market trends, competitor strategies, and internal reports to stay updated. A manager reading customer feedback to improve service. Disseminator, information sharer, passes relevant information to employees or departments. Example, a project manager informing the team about upcoming deadlines. Spokesperson, official representative, shares important updates with stakeholders, media, or government agencies. Example, a CEO announcing company financial results to shareholders. Decisional roles, making important choices. These roles involve problem-solving, strategy-making, and handling risks. High, entrepreneur, innovator and change-maker, identifies opportunities and brings innovation. Example, a manager launching a new product based on customer demand. Disturbance handler, problem solver, resolves internal conflicts, crises, and unexpected business issues. A manager handling a worker strike or a major customer complaint. Resource allocator, distributes resources, assigns tasks, budget, and manpower efficiently. A factory manager deciding how many workers should operate a machine shift. Negotiator, handles business deals, represents the company in negotiations with suppliers, clients, or employees. Example, a manager negotiating better prices with a vendor to reduce costs. Key takeaways. Managers perform different roles based on the situation and responsibilities. 3 main types of roles: interpersonal, relationship building, informational, data management, and decisional, problem solving. A good manager adapts to these roles as needed to keep the organization running smoothly. Levels of management. Every organization has a hierarchy of management, where different levels have different responsibilities. Management is divided into 3 levels: top management, middle management, and supervisory operative management. Top management, decision makers. These are the highest ranking officials in an organization. Who are they? Board of Directors, BOE, Chief Executive Officer, CEO, Vice Presidents, and department heads. What do they do? Set long-term goals and company vision. Make big decisions, like expanding the business or launching new products. Establish policies and strategies for company growth. Maintain relationships with external agencies, investors, and suppliers. Example, the CEO of Tesla, Elon Musk, makes major decisions like developing new electric cars or entering the AI industry. 2. Middle management, the bridge between top and lower levels. They act as a link between top management and employees. Who are they? Department managers, HR, finance, sales, marketing, etc. Plant managers, branch managers. What do they do? Implement strategies set by top management. Monitor daily operations and ensure tasks are completed. Communicate top management's instructions to lower-level employees. Collect feedback from workers and report it to higher management. Motivate employees to improve productivity. Example, a marketing manager in Coca-Cola ensures their team runs effective advertising campaigns based on the company's strategy. 3. Supervisory operative management, frontline managers. These managers directly supervise employees and workers. Who are they? Supervisors, foremen, team leaders, office managers. What do they do? Assign tasks to employees and workers. Ensure quality and efficiency in production. Provide technical guidance to employees. Solve minor workplace problems and report major issues to higher-ups. Prepare daily work plans and ensure smooth workflow. Example, a factory supervisor in a garment company ensures workers follow the sewing process correctly and meet production targets. Key takeaways. Management has 3 levels. Top management, sets vision and goals. Middle management implements strategies and supervises departments. Supervisory management manages workers and daily tasks. Each level has different responsibilities, but works together to keep the business running. Would you like any specific examples? Managerial skills. Managers need specific skills to perform their duties effectively. These skills help them turn ideas into action and manage employees efficiently. Henry Mintzberg classified these skills into three main types. 1. Technical skills, action-based skills. 2. Human skills, people's 3. Conceptual skills, idea-based skills. 1. Technical skills, know-how. These are hard skills related to a manager's field of work. They involve knowing how to use tools, software, machinery, or specific techniques in a particular job. Who needs it? Lower-level managers, supervisors, team leaders, engineers, accountants, IT professionals. Example, a software developer must know how to code in Java or Python to manage a team of programmers. A factory supervisor must understand inventory management to ensure smooth production. Key point: technical skills are developed through training and experience. 2. Human skills, people management. These skills help managers communicate, motivate, and lead employees effectively. Good human skills ensure teamwork and cooperation in the organization. Who needs it? All managers at every level, top, middle, and lower. HR professionals, team leaders, project managers. Example, a manager who encourages his employees and listens to their concerns will create a positive work environment. A customer service manager who communicates well with both customers and employees improves the company's reputation. Key point: strong human skills help in handling conflicts, building relationships, and teamwork. Conceptual skills, big picture thinking. Conceptual skills allow managers to think strategically, solve problems, and make long-term plans for the organization. Who needs it? Top-level managers, CEOs, directors, senior executives. Example, a CEO of an automobile company must plan for future innovations like electric vehicles or self-driving cars. A company director analyzes market trends and develops strategies to stay ahead of competitors. Key point: conceptual skills help in decision-making, problem-solving, and long-term planning. How these skills are distributed across management levels. Management level, most important skill. Top-level managers. Conceptual skills, they focus on strategy and long-term goals. Middle-level managers, human skills, they act as a bridge between top and lower management. Lower-level managers. Technical skills, they directly handle workers and daily operations. Key takeaways. Technical skills are essential for lower-level managers. Human skills are important for all management levels. Conceptual skills are most needed for top-level managers. Would you like a real-world example for a better understanding? Let's take an example of a car manufacturing company like Toyota to understand how these skills are used at different management levels. 1. Technical skills. Lower-level managers, factory supervisors. Imagine Rahul is a production supervisor at Toyota's car assembly plant. His job is to ensure smooth production of cars. How does he use technical skills? He understands how different car parts are assembled. He knows how to operate and troubleshoot machines in case of breakdowns. He trains workers on how to use new machinery. Example scenario. If a machine breaks down, Rahul quickly identifies the problem and either fixes it himself or calls an expert. His technical knowledge helps avoid production delays. Humans managers. Plant manager. Now let's talk about Priya, a plant manager at the Toyota factory. She manages supervisors like Rahul and ensures the factory runs smoothly. How does she use human skills? She communicates with supervisors to understand daily production challenges. She motivates workers to meet production targets. She resolves conflicts between employees to maintain a positive work environment. Example scenario. If workers are unhappy due to long shifts, Priya listens to their concerns and discusses solutions with the top management, such as introducing flexible work schedules. 3. Conceptual skills. Top-level managers, CEO of Toyota. Finally, let's look at Akio Toyoda, the former CEO of Toyota. He makes big decisions that shape the future of the company. How does he use conceptual skills? He analyzes market trends to decide whether Toyota should invest in electric cars. He develops strategies to compete with companies like Tesla. He plans for the future by introducing self-driving car technology. Example scenario: if global fuel prices rise, Akio decides to invest more in hybrid and electric vehicles to keep Toyota competitive. His big-picture thinking helps the company stay ahead of the competition. Man of summary: who uses what? Most important skill. Rahul, supervisor, oversees factory workers. Technical skills: knows machines and processes, manages supervisors, and ensures smooth operations. Human skills: communicates and motivates employees. Akio Toyoda plans Toyota's future and major decisions. Conceptual skills: thinks strategically and innovates. Final key takeaways. Supervisors need technical skills to handle daily operations. Middle managers need human skills to manage teams and ensure coordination. Top managers need conceptual skills to plan and grow the business. Would you like another example from a different industry? Significance of management, explained simply. Management is crucial for the success of any organization because it helps improve efficiency, motivates employees, and ensures the company grows. Let's understand its importance with simple examples. 1. Motivates to take initiative. What it means: encourages employees to take action on their own without waiting for instructions. Example: in a software company, an employee suggests a new feature for the company's app. Instead of waiting for orders, the company supports and implements the idea, leading to better customer satisfaction. Key takeaway: management empowers employees to think and act independently. 2. Encourages innovation. What it means: management supports new ideas, better methods, and improved technology to stay competitive. Example: Apple constantly introduces new iPhones with better features. Their management invests in research and innovation, ensuring they remain a market leader. Key takeaway: companies that encourage innovation stay ahead in competition. 3. Helps in expansion and growth. Good management ensures proper use of resources, leading to business growth. Example: a small bakery starts selling cakes online after a manager suggests an e-commerce platform. Sales increase, and the bakery grows into a large chain. Key takeaway: smart management decisions help businesses expand. 4. Increases the standard of living of employees. What it means: management ensures that profits are shared with employees, improving their quality of life. Example: Google provides high salaries, bonuses, and excellent work environments to employees, improving their lifestyle. Key takeaway: happy employees perform better and stay longer in a company. 5. Improves corporate image. What it means: a well-managed company earns a good reputation in the market. Example: Tata Group is known for fair business practices and customer trust, making it a respected brand. Key takeaway: a strong reputation leads to more customers and business opportunities. 6. Employee motivation. What it means: management provides financial, bonuses, promotions, and non-financial, job security, career growth incentives to keep employees happy. Example: a company like Infosys offers career development programs, training, and promotions, keeping employees motivated. Key takeaway: motivated employees work harder and stay committed. 7. Reduces wastage of resources. What it means: management ensures that money, materials, and workforce are used wisely. Example: a factory reduces waste by using better production methods, saving costs and increasing profits. Key takeaway: efficient resource use leads to higher profits and sustainability. Final summary: why management is important. Benefit: key impact. Encourages initiative. Employees act independently. A worker suggests a new product feature. Supports innovation. Keeps company competitive. Apple launching new iPhones. Ensures growth, leads to business expansion. A bakery starts online sales. Improves employee life, higher salaries and better work conditions. Google offering great benefits. Builds corporate image, strong reputation attracts customers. Tata's ethical business. Boosts employee motivation. Incentives encourage productivity. Infosys career growth programs. Prevents resource wastage. Saves money and increases efficiency, a factory reducing material waste. Final takeaways. Good management, business success. Happy and motivated employees, higher productivity. Smart use of resources, more profits and growth. Would you like another? Management, a science and an art. Management is both a science and an art because it follows systematic principles, science, but also requires creativity and personal skills, art, to apply them effectively. 1. Management as a science. What it means. Management has rules, principles, and theories just like science. These principles help managers make better decisions and avoid guesswork. Example. Just like Newton's laws guide physics, management has principles like motivation theories, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and planning techniques. If a company wants to increase employee productivity, a manager can use scientific principles like offering rewards and incentives. Key takeaway. Management uses proven principles like science to solve business problems. 2. Management as an art. What it means. Every manager applies principles differently based on their personal skills, creativity, and experience. Example. 2 companies may follow the same motivation theory, but one manager may give salary hikes, while another may offer flexible work hours to boost employee morale. A chef learns cooking techniques, science, but adds his own unique touch to make a signature dish, art. Key takeaway. Management is personal and depends on a manager's style and creativity. 3. The balance between science and art. Science gives structured principles, like motivation theories. Art helps in applying these principles in a unique way. Example. A new business owner learns science, how to handle customer complaints. But over time, they develop their own way of solving problems, art. Key takeaway. Management is a mix of learning and practice. Final thought. Are managers born or made? Old belief. Managers are born. Some people are naturally good at managing. New belief. Managers are made. Anyone can become a manager by learning and practicing management skills. Key takeaway. With proper training, anyone can become a successful manager. Final summary. Management as science and art aspect. Definition. Uses systematic principles, applies skills creatively, knowledge and techniques, personal judgment and experience. Example. Motivation theories, planning models, unique leadership style, decision-making. Would you like more real-world examples? Management versus administration. Management and administration are closely related concepts, but they have some key differences. 1. What is management? Definition. Management is about executing tasks, directing people, and ensuring that an organization's goals are achieved. It involves planning, organizing, staffing, and controlling resources efficiently. Example. A factory manager ensures that workers meet daily production targets. A team leader motivates employees to complete projects on time. Key takeaway. Management is about making things happen efficiently. 2. What is administration? Definition. Administration is about deciding policies, setting goals, and overseeing the overall direction of an organization. It focuses on strategy and decision-making at the highest level. Example. A company's board of directors sets a goal to expand into new markets. A government department decides policies for national education programs. Key takeaway. Administration focuses on big-picture planning and policies. 3. Key differences between management and administration. Nature, action-oriented. Doing tasks. Decision-oriented, setting policies. Type of work. Implements policies and plans. Develops policies and sets goals. Focus. Day-to-day operations. Long-term planning and direction. Main functions: controlling, motivating employees, planning, organizing at a higher level. Level, middle and lower management, e.g. managers, team leaders. Top-level executives, e.g. board of directors, government officials. Skills needed: human and technical skills. Human and conceptual skills. Common usage: business organizations, government and public sector. Key takeaway: management focuses on execution, while administration is about strategy and policy making. Are management and administration the same? In theory, they are different. Management executes, administration plans. In practice, the terms are often used interchangeably. In business, management is more common. In government, public sector, administration is more common. Final thought: both management and administration work together. Administrators decide the goals, and managers achieve them. Would you like more real-world examples? Evolution of management. Management has existed since ancient times and has evolved over centuries to become what it is today. 1. How did management begin? Management existed even in ancient civilizations. People learned how to organize their activities efficiently. Examples of early management practices. 3000 BC, Sumerians had a tax collection system managed by priests. Egyptian civilization managed labor and resources to build pyramids. Roman Empire organized political, economic, and social affairs effectively. Kautilya's Arthashastra, one of the earliest books on state management. Key takeaway: early management focused on organizing people and resources efficiently. 2. Why did management theories develop? The Industrial Revolution, 1700-1800s, led to large-scale production. Businesses needed better ways to manage workers and resources efficiently. This led to the development of formal management theories in the 1900s. Key takeaway: the need for efficiency in large businesses led to the evolution of modern management theories. 3. Different schools of management thought. Management theories evolved over time. They can be classified into 3 main approaches. Approach, focus, example. Approach. Classical approach: efficiency and structure in work processes. Frederick Taylor, Henry Fayol, Max Weber. Taylor's scientific management improved factory productivity. Behavioral approach: understanding human motivation and teamwork. Elton Mayo, Maslow, Herzberg, McGregor. Mayo's Hawthorne studies showed workers perform better when they feel valued. Modern approach: using data, systems, and adaptability. Herbert Simon, Paul Hersey, Vilfredo. Contingency theory says management strategies should change based on situations. Key takeaway: different management theories focus on different aspects like efficiency, human behavior, or flexibility. 4. How is management still evolving? Today's management involves technology, data analytics, and flexible work environments. Businesses use AI, automation, and remote work strategies to improve efficiency. The focus is shifting toward employee well-being and sustainability. Final thought: management will continue to evolve based on new challenges and technologies. Would you like more details on any specific management theory? The evolution of management. Management has evolved over thousands of years, adapting to changing economic, technological, and social conditions. The development of management thought can be categorized into different time periods and schools of thought. 1. Early management practices, ancient civilizations, 1700s. Before formal management theories were developed, ancient civilizations applied basic management principles to organize labor and resources effectively. Examples of early management practices. Sumerians, 3000 BC, developed an organized tax collection system managed by priests. Egyptians, 2600 BC, managed large-scale labor forces to build pyramids using planning and division of labor. Roman Empire, 500 BC to 500 AD, organized armies and governments with clear structures and authority. Kautilya's Arthashastra, 300 BC, provided one of the earliest texts on state administration and economic management. Industrial Revolution, 1700s to 1800s. Mass production and mechanization created the need for systematic management. Key takeaway: Management began as a way to organize people and resources in large projects, and its importance grew with industrialization. 2. Classical approach to management, late 1800s, early 1900s. The classical approach focuses on efficiency, productivity, and structure. It laid the foundation for modern management. AA, Scientific Management, Frederick Taylor, 1911. Taylor introduced scientific management, which focused on improving worker efficiency through time and motion studies. He believed workers should be trained and given incentives for better performance. Example: a factory can increase output if workers follow standardized methods and are trained properly. Key idea: work should be studied scientifically to improve efficiency. B. Administrative Management, Henry Fayol, 1916. Fayol identified 5 management functions: planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. He also introduced 14 principles of management, such as unity of command, one boss per worker, and division of work. Example: a company's CEO creates a clear organizational structure where employees have specific roles and report to one manager. Key idea: organizations need clear structures and management principles to succeed. C. Bureaucratic Management, Max Weber, 1922. Weber emphasized rules, hierarchy, and formal procedures in management. He introduced the concept of bureaucracy, where organizations have a clear chain of command and standardized procedures. Example: a government office has a strict reporting system and follows fixed rules for decision-making. Key idea: organizations should have structured rules and procedures for efficiency. 3. Behavioral Approach, 1920s to 1950s. The behavioral approach focused on human psychology, motivation, and teamwork in the workplace. A. Human Relations Approach, Elton Mayo, 1930s. Mayo's Hawthorne studies showed that workers perform better when they feel valued and supported. Factors like teamwork, leadership, and work environment affect productivity more than just financial incentives. Example: a company that recognizes employee achievements and creates a positive work culture sees higher motivation and efficiency. Key idea: employees are motivated by social and psychological factors, not just money. B. Motivation Theories, Maslow, Herzberg, McGregor. Maslow's hierarchy of needs says employees have 5 levels of needs, basic to self-fulfillment. Herzberg's two-factor theory, 1959, suggests that motivation is influenced by factors like job satisfaction and work environment. McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y, 1960, describes 2 types of managers. Theory X believes employees are lazy and need strict supervision. Theory Y believes employees are self-motivated and work best with trust and responsibility. Key idea: motivation and leadership style affect employee performance. Modern approaches to management, 1950s present. The modern approach integrates data, flexibility, and systems thinking into management. Quantitative approach, 1950s to 1970s, uses mathematical models, statistics, and data for decision-making, used in operations management, finance, and supply chain management. Example: an airline company uses mathematical models to determine ticket pricing based on demand and competition. Key idea: data-driven decision-making improves efficiency. B. Systems approach, 1960s to 1980s, views an organization as a system with interconnected parts, suggests that all departments, HR, finance, marketing, must work together for success. Example: a car manufacturer ensures that its supply chain, production, and marketing teams coordinate to launch a new model. Key idea: organizations work as interconnected systems. C. Contingency theory, 1970s to 1990s, suggests that there is no one best way to manage. Management style should depend on the situation, industry, and people involved. Example: a startup may require a flexible approach, while a government agency may need a strict structure. Key idea: management strategies should adapt to different situations. D. Contemporary approaches, 1990s present, focuses on technology, globalization, and innovation in management. Includes modern concepts like AI, digital transformation, remote work, and sustainability. Example, companies use AI-powered analytics to predict customer trends and make strategic decisions. Key idea: technology and innovation drive modern management practices. Final summary: the evolution of management. Time period, key focus, thinker. Ancient times, 1700s, early organization of labor and resources. Egyptians, Romans, Kautilya. Classical approach, 1800s to 1920s. Efficiency and structure in work, Taylor, Fayol, Weber. Behavioral approach, 1920s to 1950s. Human motivation and teamwork, Mayo, Maslow, Hertzberg, McGregor. Modern approaches, 1950s present. Data-driven decision-making, flexibility, and technology, Simon Ackoff, Hersey. Key takeaways: management evolved from simple organization of work to data-driven strategies. Early theories focused on structure and efficiency, while later theories emphasized human behavior. Modern management includes technology, adaptability, and globalization. Would you like more details on any specific management theory? Classical approach to management. 1. Introduction. The classical approach to management emerged during the Industrial Revolution, 1700s to 1900s, when factories required systematic and structured ways to manage work and human resources. This approach focuses on efficiency, productivity, and organizational structure through proper planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Example: in the 1950s, General Electric decentralized its operations based on classical management principles, making its management more efficient. Key points to remember: classical management provides structured ways to manage work and employees. It helps improve efficiency and productivity. It may not always consider human differences and changing situations. #2. Three major schools of classical management. A. Scientific management, Frederick W. Taylor. Taylor's scientific management focuses on improving worker productivity by using scientific methods rather than trial and error. Key principles: 1. Time and motion study. Analyze tasks to find the fastest way to complete them. 2. Standardized work methods. Develop a best way to perform a job. 3. Training and incentives. Train workers for efficiency and offer rewards for better performance. 4. Division of work. Separate planning, done by managers, from execution, done by workers. Example: a fast food chain like McDonald's trains employees to follow specific steps in food preparation to maintain speed and consistency. Key idea: work should be analyzed scientifically to increase efficiency. B. Administrative theory. Fayol introduced 14 principles of management which guide how organizations should be structured and managed. Key principles: division of work. Specialization improves efficiency. Unity of command. Each employee should have only one boss. Authority and responsibility. Managers should have authority but must also be accountable. Esprit de corps. Team spirit leads to a stronger organization. Example: in a corporate office, employees report to one manager to avoid confusion. Key idea: organizations need clear structure and principles for effective management. #C. Bureaucratic management, Max Weber. Weber emphasized strict rules, hierarchy, and formal procedures to create a highly organized system. Key features: 1. Clear hierarchy, a strict chain of command. 2. Formal rules and procedures, fixed rules to guide decision-making. 3. Impersonality. Decisions should be based on logic, not personal relationships. Example: government offices follow bureaucratic management, where employees work under strict rules and report to higher authorities. Key idea: organizations should operate with clear rules, structure, and hierarchy. 3. Strengths and weaknesses of classical approach. Improves efficiency and productivity. Ignores human emotions and creativity. Provides clear structure and organization. Too rigid. Does not adapt well to change. Defines clear roles and responsibilities. Focuses too much on rules and procedures. Final summary. The classical approach provides a structured way to manage work and employees, focusing on efficiency and productivity. It consists of scientific management, Taylor, administrative theory, Fayol, and bureaucratic management, Weber. While effective in improving efficiency, it lacks flexibility and does not consider human emotions. F.W. Taylor's scientific management contribution. Frederick Winslow Taylor introduced scientific management in the early 1900s to improve worker efficiency in factories. This approach focuses on using systematic observations, experiments, and reasoning to enhance productivity, rather than relying on traditional practices or personal judgment. Rule of thumb. Key idea. Instead of guessing how work should be done, managers should use scientific methods to find the best way to complete tasks. 2. Taylor's definition of scientific management. According to Taylor, scientific management means knowing exactly what workers should do and ensuring they do it in the best and cheapest way. Example. Imagine a factory where workers randomly decide how to arrange boxes. If the manager studies different methods and finds the most efficient way, workers will move boxes faster with less effort. Key learning. Efficiency improves when work is planned scientifically instead of relying on trial and error. 3. Why Taylor introduced scientific management. Taylor noticed that factories were inefficient because workers used random methods, rule of thumb, instead of scientific techniques. There was no proper planning or analysis of work. Managers and workers lacked coordination, leading to wasted effort. To solve these problems, he developed scientific management theory, which introduced systematic analysis, measurement, and planning to increase efficiency. Key learning. Scientific management helps reduce wastage, improve efficiency, and standardize work. 4. Main contributions of Taylor's scientific management. 1. Replacing rule of thumb with science. Instead of using traditional methods, Taylor suggested studying work scientifically. Example. If a chef randomly chops vegetables, it takes longer. A trained chef using scientific cutting techniques will be faster and waste less. 2. Standardization of work. Every task should have a defined best way to do it. Example. In an automobile factory, assembling cars follows a strict sequence to save time and effort. 3. Proper selection and training of workers. Employees should be selected based on skills and trained scientifically. Example, a delivery company hires drivers with good navigation skills and trains them in efficient routes. 4. Incentive system. Workers should be rewarded for better performance to motivate them. Example, a salesperson earning a commission for exceeding sales targets. 5. Division of responsibility between managers and workers. Managers should plan and design work scientifically, while workers should execute tasks as instructed. Example, in a hotel, the chef worker prepares dishes based on the menu set by management. Key learning. Scientific management focuses on efficiency, training, planning, and incentives to improve productivity. 5. Strengths and weaknesses of scientific management. Weaknesses. Increases efficiency and reduces waste. Ignores workers' creativity and personal needs. Encourages training and specialization. Can make work monotonous and repetitive. Improves productivity through incentives. Too much focus on rules can reduce flexibility. Key takeaway. While scientific management boosts productivity, it must be balanced with employee well-being. 6. Summary. Taylor's scientific management is about using scientific methods instead of guessing how work should be done. It focuses on efficiency, standardization, proper training, and incentives. The theory has greatly improved factory and business productivity, but can sometimes overlook worker satisfaction. Would you like a detail of scientific management by F.W. Taylor? 1. Introduction. F.W. Taylor developed scientific management to improve productivity without overburdening workers. He believed that the right methods and training could make both workers and businesses more successful. Key idea. Work should be based on science and planning, not guesswork or personal judgment. 2. Taylor's 5 principles of scientific management. 1. Replacing rule of thumb with science. What it means: work should be done using scientific methods instead of relying on traditional practices or personal experience. Example, a carpenter uses different ways to cut wood. Instead of guessing, scientific studies can determine the fastest and most efficient cutting method. Key learning. Companies should study tasks scientifically to find the best and most efficient way to perform them. 2. Harmony in group action. What it means, employees should work together in harmony without conflicts. Disputes slow down work. In a cricket team, if players fight over who should bat first, it creates confusion. But if they work as a team, they increase their chances of winning. Key learning. Teamwork and good relationships between employees lead to higher productivity. Cooperation between management and workers. What it means, workers and management should cooperate with each other instead of acting like opponents. Example, if factory workers and managers work together, they can solve problems faster. If they fight over salaries and workload, production slows down. Key learning. Mutual trust and cooperation between management and workers help the organization grow. 4. Maximum output instead of restricted output. What it means, the goal should be to increase production, not to limit it. Some workers produce less work on purpose to keep their jobs secure. Taylor opposed this practice. Example, a restaurant owner asks cooks to prepare only 50 meals a day, even though they can prepare 100. This is restricted output and wastes potential. Key learning. Workers and management should aim for higher productivity to benefit everyone. 5. Development of workers through scientific selection and training. What it means. Workers should be selected scientifically based on their skills and abilities and should receive proper training. Example, if a company hires a driver, they should check if he knows how to drive well instead of randomly hiring someone. After hiring, they should train him on traffic rules and company policies. Key learning. Hiring the right person and training them properly increases efficiency and success. Summary. Scientific methods should replace old traditional practices. Workers and management should cooperate instead of fighting. Teamwork and harmony improve productivity. Companies should focus on increasing output, not limiting it. Hiring and training workers scientifically leads to success. Would you like to learn about Taylor's techniques for scientific management next? Techniques of Scientific Management, F.W. Taylor. Taylor introduced various scientific techniques to improve productivity and efficiency in the workplace. These techniques help managers set standards, measure performance, and improve working methods. Time study. What it means, measuring the time taken to complete a specific task. How it works, a worker is observed using a stopwatch while performing a task. The average time taken by a worker to complete the job is recorded. This helps set a standard time for that task. Example, in a factory, if a worker takes 30 seconds to assemble a toy, the company can set 30 seconds as the standard time for every worker to complete one unit. Why it is useful. Helps in setting fair work expectations. Ensures efficient work scheduling. 2. What it means. Analyzing body movements to eliminate unnecessary actions and improve efficiency. How it works. Observing every movement required to complete a task. Removing wasteful movements and keeping only the most efficient ones. Example. A chef chopping vegetables may move his hand multiple times unnecessarily. By improving knife skills and positioning ingredients properly, he can reduce extra movements and work faster. Why it is useful. Reduces wasted effort and saves time. Increases worker efficiency. 3. Standardization. What it means. Setting fixed standards for tools, equipment, and working conditions to ensure uniformity and quality. How it works. Same tools and processes should be used for similar tasks. Quality checks ensure that workers maintain standardized performance. Example, in a car factory, if each worker uses the same size of wrench to tighten bolts, it ensures uniform quality and speed. Why it is useful. Ensures consistent quality. Helps workers perform efficiently without confusion. H4. Functional foremanship. What it means. Instead of one manager, workers are supervised by multiple specialized experts. How it works. Taylor's 8-boss system assigns different supervisors for different tasks. Example, in a shoe factory, there are different foremen. Speed boss ensures workers maintain the correct speed. Repair boss supervises machinery repairs. Instruction card clerk provides clear guidelines for work. Why it is useful: divides work responsibilities among experts, improves efficiency and supervision. Differential piece rate plan. What it means: workers are paid based on their output. High performers get higher pay, and low performers get lower pay. How it works: a standard output is fixed, e.g. 100 units per day. Workers producing more than 100 units get a higher per unit wage. Workers producing less than 100 units get a lower per unit wage. Example, a worker producing 120 units per day earns 10 per unit. A worker producing 80 units per day earns 8 per unit. Why it is useful: motivates workers to be more productive, ensures fair pay based on performance. #6. Other techniques. Taylor suggested other management tools to improve efficiency, such as instruction cards, step-by-step guidelines for workers, slide rules, graphs, charts, tools for planning and monitoring performance. Example, a supermarket uses charts to plan employee shifts efficiently. Why it is useful: improves work planning and efficiency. Summary of Taylor's techniques. Techniquing unnecessary movement study. Setting a standard time for a task, measuring time taken to make a product, motion study, removing unnecessary movements. Reducing hand movements in cooking, standardization, ensuring uniformity in work, using the same tools in a factory. Functional foremanship, assigning specialized supervisors. Speed boss, repair boss, differential piece rate plan, paying higher wages for better performance. Workers making more units get paid more. Other techniques. Improving planning and monitoring, using charts, graphs, and instructions. Taylor's techniques improve efficiency and productivity. Scientific methods replace guesswork. Workers are motivated through better wages and training. Would you like to... Henry Fayol's contribution: administrative management. Henry Fayol is known as the father of modern management. He focused on how managers should manage an organization efficiently, rather than just improving worker productivity, like Taylor did. 1. Who was Henry Fayol? A French mining engineer and industrialist. Gained practical experience by working at different levels in a mining company. Wrote a famous book, General and Industrial Management, 1916 in French, 1929 in English. Key difference between Fayol and Taylor: Taylor focused on workers' efficiency, scientific management. Fayol focused on managers' efficiency, administrative management. 2. Fayol's 6 industrial activities. Fayol classified all business activities into 6 groups. Activity type, meaning, example, technical. Production and manufacturing of goods, operating machinery in a car factory. Commercial, buying and selling of goods, a company purchasing raw materials and selling products. Financial, managing company's money. Budget planning and financial statements. Security, protecting employees and assets. Fire safety, workplace security. Accounting, keeping records and financial tracking, maintaining company accounts and taxes. Managerial, planning, organizing, leading and controlling, supervising employees, setting company goals. Key point: Fayol focused mainly on managerial activities as the most important function in a company. 3. Importance of Fayol's administrative approach. Applicable to all organizations, small or large. Helps managers organize and lead companies efficiently. Laid the foundation for modern management principles. Would you like to continue with Fayol's 14 Principles of Management? Fayol's 14 Principles of Management. Simplified explanation. Henry Fayol introduced 14 principles of management to help organizations function efficiently. These principles provide guidelines for managers to handle people and work effectively. 1. Division of labor, specialization, concept. Work should be divided among employees based on their skills to improve efficiency. Example, in a car factory, one worker assembles the engine, Another paints the body, and another installs the tires. Key point: specialization increases speed and accuracy in work. Act 2, authority and responsibility. Concept: managers should have authority, power to make decisions, and responsibility, duty to complete tasks. Both should be balanced. Example: a team leader who is responsible for a project should have the authority to assign tasks and make decisions. Key point: without authority, responsibility is ineffective, and without responsibility, authority can be misused. 3. Discipline. Concept: employees must follow company rules and regulations. Managers should ensure fair enforcement. Example: if employees frequently arrive late, there should be a clear policy on punctuality with appropriate consequences. Key point: discipline ensures smooth company operations. Unity of command. Concept: each employee should have only one boss to avoid confusion. Example: if a worker receives instructions from both a production manager and a sales manager, it creates conflict. Key point: one boss equals clear instructions, equal no confusion. 5. Unity of direction, CEP. Teams working toward the same goal should follow a single plan under one leader. Example: if a company launches a new product, all departments, marketing, sales, production, should align their efforts with one strategy. Key point: one team, one goal, one plan. 6. Subordination of individual interest to general interest. Concept: the company's interest should come before personal interests. Example: an employee should not misuse company resources for personal work. Key point: organization first, personal interests second. 7. Fair remuneration, fair pay. Concept: employees should receive fair wages based on their work, industry standards, and cost of living. Example: a company should pay workers fairly based on their skills and market conditions. Key point: fair pay equal motivated employees. 8. Centralization and decentralization. Concept: decision-making can be centralized, top management controls everything, or decentralized, decisions are shared with lower levels. A balance is needed. Example: a small business may have centralized decisions, while a multinational company may decentralize decisions to regional managers. Key point: balance authority between top and lower levels. 9. Order, right person, right place. Concept: thing, people, materials should be in the right place for efficiency. Example: a skilled accountant should work in the finance department, not in marketing. Right resources in the right place, efficiency. 10. Scalar chain, hierarchy and communication. Concept: there should be a clear chain of command from top to bottom. Example: a message from a junior employee must pass through supervisors before reaching the CEO. Gangplank: in emergencies, direct communication can be allowed between lower levels. Key point: clear reporting structure ensures smooth communication. Equity, fair treatment. Concept: managers should treat employees fairly and without bias. Example: two employees with the same role and experience should receive equal pay and promotions. Key point: fair treatment equals happy employees. 12. Stability of tenure, job security. Concept: employees should have job stability to perform well. Example: constant hiring and firing reduce productivity and increase costs. Long-term employees, better performance. 13. Initiative, encouraging new ideas. Concept: employees should be encouraged to take initiative and contribute ideas. Example: a company allowing employees to suggest process improvements increases efficiency. Key point: employees should be proactive and creative. 14. Esprit de corps. Concept: managers should build team spirit and cooperation among employees. Example: companies conduct team-building activities to strengthen relationships among workers. Key point: strong teamwork equals better company performance. Summary of Fayol's principles. Focus on management efficiency, not just worker productivity like Fayol's 14 Principles of Management. Simplified explanation. Henry Fayol introduced 14 principles of management to help organizations function efficiently. These principles provide guidelines for managers to handle people and work effectively. I-1. Division of labor, specialization, concept. Fayol's 5 Functions of Management, Simplified Explanation. Henry Fayol identified 5 key functions of management that help organizations achieve their goals efficiently. These functions guide managers in planning, organizing, leading, coordinating, and controlling work. #1. Planning. Deciding what to do in advance. Concept. Planning means deciding what needs to be done, how to do it, and when to do it. It sets goals and finds the best way to achieve them. Example: a company planning to launch a new product must decide on its budget, target market, and promotional strategy in advance. Key point: planning helps in setting goals and solving problems before they arise. Organizing. Arranging resources and structure. Concept. Organizing ensures that all resources, people, money, tools are in place to run the business smoothly. Example: a hospital needs to organize doctors, nurses, equipment, and medicines in the right way to function properly. Key point: proper organization leads to efficient work and resource management. #3. Command. Giving orders and leading employees. Managers must guide employees, assign tasks, and give clear instructions. The ability to command depends on leadership skills, knowledge, and experience. Example: a restaurant manager gives orders to the chef, waiters, and cleaners to ensure smooth service. Key point: good leadership ensures employees work effectively. 4. Coordination, ensuring teamwork and harmony. Concept: coordination means making sure all departments and employees work together towards a common goal. Example: in an event management company, marketing, logistics, and finance teams must coordinate their activities to organize a successful event. Key point: proper coordination avoids confusion and improves efficiency. #5. Control, monitoring and correcting mistakes. Concept: control means checking whether work is done as planned. If there are problems, managers should take corrective action. Example: a quality control manager in a factory checks if the products meet quality standards. If there are defects, changes are made to avoid future errors. Key point: controlling ensures work is done correctly and problems are fixed. Summary of Fayol's functions of management. 1. Plan. Decide what to do. 2. Organize. Arrange resources properly. 3. Command. Lead employees to do the work. 4. Coordinate. Ensure teamwork and smooth operations. 5. Control. Check results and fix errors. These functions apply to all businesses and help in efficient management. Would you like a real-world example or a quiz to test your understanding? World example: running a restaurant. Imagine you are managing a restaurant. You will apply Fayol's 5 functions like this. 1. Planning. Decide the menu, pricing, and marketing strategy. 2. Organizing. Hire chefs, waiters, and arrange kitchen equipment. 3. Commanding. Assign tasks. Chefs cook, waiters serve, cashiers handle payments. 4. Coordinating. Ensure chefs prepare food on time, waiters serve it fresh, and customers are happy. 5. Controlling. Check food quality, customer satisfaction, and fix issues if service is slow. By following these steps, your restaurant runs smoothly and becomes successful. Max Weber's contribution: bureaucracy. Max Weber introduced the bureaucratic management theory, which focuses on structured and rule-based administration. His main idea was that organizations should be efficient, disciplined, and based on clear rules rather than personal relationships. 3 types of authority by Weber. 1. Rational legal authority, based on laws, rules, and hierarchy in organizations. Example: a CEO is obeyed because of their official position in a company, not because of personal qualities. 2. Traditional authority, based on customs and traditions often inherited. Example: a king or a tribal leader is respected because of family lineage. 3. Charismatic authority, based on a leader's personal charm or influence. Example: Elon Musk or Steve Jobs inspired people not by position but by their vision and personality. Key takeaway: Weber preferred rational legal authority because it ensures fairness and efficiency in organizations. Traditional and charismatic authority are less stable as they depend on personal factors. Features of bureaucracy. Max Weber's bureaucratic theory highlights specific features that define how bureaucratic organizations function. Here are the key characteristics. 1. Division of work. Specialization is key in a bureaucratic structure. Tasks are divided into smaller, specialized roles. Example: in a hospital, doctors focus only on diagnosing, nurses handle patient care, and administrators manage appointments. Hierarchy of positions. Clear structure. There is a top-to-bottom authority, and each level has control over the levels below it. Example: in a company, the CEO is at the top, followed by managers, supervisors, and then the employees. 3. Rules and regulations. Standardized procedures are in place for decision-making and operations to ensure consistency, fairness, and equality. Example: all employees must follow the company's code of conduct, ensuring everyone is treated equally. 4. Impersonal conduct. Objectivity is important in bureaucratic organizations. Relationships are formal, and decisions are based on facts, not emotions. Example: if two employees are being considered for a promotion, their technical performance will be evaluated, not personal relationships. 5. Staffing. Employees are hired based on formal contracts, and their roles and remuneration are clearly defined. Example: a teacher is hired by a school based on qualifications and experience, not family connections. 6. Technical competence. Employees in a bureaucracy are selected based on their skills and qualifications. Promotions are also performance-based. Example: a software developer is promoted to a senior role based on their coding skills and project performance. 7. Official records. Proper documentation is essential in bureaucratic organizations. Records are kept to track decisions and actions. Example: a company keeps records of employee performance reviews and disciplinary actions to ensure transparency and accountability. Key takeaways. Bureaucratic organizations rely on rules, structure, and technical competence for smooth functioning. Impersonal and objective decision-making ensures fairness and consistency. Advantages of bureaucracy. Bureaucracy has several advantages that help organizations maintain order, efficiency, and fairness. Here are the key benefits. 1. Controls interactions. Bureaucratic systems establish clear rules that govern how people at different levels of the organization interact. Example: in a government department, employees follow strict guidelines for communication and decision-making, which helps avoid confusion and maintain order. HAFTA 2 defines individuals' authority and relationship clearly. The roles and responsibilities of each employee are clearly defined, so everyone knows their tasks and authority. This reduces misunderstandings and keeps things organized. Example: in a school, the principal oversees the teachers, who in turn manage their students. Everyone knows their job and the person to report to. 3. Reduces costs. Because bureaucratic systems rely on written rules and procedures, organizations save money by reducing the need for constant negotiations and evaluations. Example: a company has fixed rules for promotions and punishments, which reduces the time and costs spent on discussions and decisions about employee performance. 4. Improves stakeholders' interest. Bureaucratic systems are designed to be fair and equitable, which makes employees and stakeholders more motivated to work toward the organization's goals. Example: in a company, employees are motivated to perform well because they know promotions and rewards are based on their performance and the rules are clear. 5. Enables opportunity to develop skills. Employees in bureaucratic organizations have the chance to specialize and develop their skills, which benefits both them and the organization. Example: a government employee working in a specific department gains expertise in that area, improving their career prospects and making the organization more efficient. HAFTA 6 provides organizational stability. Bureaucratic systems create stability in the organization, allowing long-term planning and maintaining good relationships with external stakeholders. Example: a large corporation operates smoothly with set rules, creating a stable environment where employees know their roles and investors are confident in its future. Key takeaways. Bureaucracy helps in controlling interactions, defining roles, reducing costs, and maintaining fairness in the workplace. It boosts employee skill development and provides organizational stability, making it easier to plan and grow. Behavioral School of Management. The Behavioral School of Management focuses on understanding human behavior in organizations. Unlike previous theories that focused mostly on task efficiency, this approach emphasizes the psychological and social aspects of workers. 1. Human Relations and Behavioral Science Approach. This approach extends the human relations approach by focusing on understanding human behavior through research. Researchers like Elton Mayo and Abraham Maslow used different methods to study how individuals and groups behave in organizations. Example: Mayo's Hawthorne studies showed how improving working conditions increased productivity because employees felt cared for and valued. 2. Focus on human behavior. Managers should understand human behavior because management is about getting things done through people. The behavioral approach focuses on the emotional and psychological needs of employees. Example: a manager who listens to and understands their employees' concerns can motivate them to be more productive. 3 key concepts of behavioral approach. The behavioral school emphasizes several key ideas for improving productivity and work relations. Leadership, how managers lead and influence teams. Motivation, understanding what drives employees to work hard. Participative management, involving employees in decision-making processes. Communication, clear and open communication helps teams work together. Group dynamics, how teams and groups interact and work together. Main contributors. Several key thinkers contributed to this approach. Elton Mayo, Hawthorne studies showed that social factors and attention from management influence employee productivity. Abraham Maslow developed the need hierarchy theory, which says people are motivated by different needs, starting from basic needs, food safety, to higher needs, esteem, self-actualization. Douglas McGregor developed Theory X and Theory Y, where Theory X managers believe employees are lazy and need control, while Theory Y managers believe employees are self-motivated and capable of responsibility. Hertzberg introduced the motivation hygiene theory, explaining that factors like achievement and recognition motivate employees, while factors like poor working conditions only cause dissatisfaction, not motivation. Fiedler, contingency model of leadership, suggested that the best leadership style depends on the situation. Key takeaways. The behavioral school focuses on human behavior, recognizing that understanding employees' psychological and social needs is essential for effective management. Motivation, leadership, and communication are central to improving workplace productivity. Key contributors like Maslow and McGregor highlighted the importance of employee needs and management style. Hawthorne studies, understanding the human factor in productivity. The Hawthorne studies were a series of experiments that explored how different factors affect workers' productivity. Conducted by Elton Mayo and his team at the Hawthorne Works in Chicago, the studies changed how managers view their employees, highlighting the importance of social and psychological factors in the workplace. Key experiments and findings. 1. Illumination experiments. Researchers changed lighting conditions to test how it affects productivity. Result: lighting didn't significantly impact productivity. This led them to realize that other factors, not just physical conditions, influenced work output. 2. Relay room experiments, focused on changing work hours, rest breaks, and conditions to see how these factors impacted productivity. Result: despite many changes, productivity kept improving. This hinted at the importance of social factors over physical ones. 3. Bank wiring observation room experiment. The goal was to understand what really motivates workers. Result: workers set their own performance standards and limited their output to maintain group harmony. This showed that group dynamics and informal group norms affect productivity. 4. Interview program. Researchers interviewed thousands of workers to identify factors affecting their performance. Result: social factors, like feeling respected and secure, were more important than physical working conditions in boosting productivity. Key findings from the Hawthorne studies. 1. Social needs matter. Employees should be seen as social beings. Their social needs, like belonging, recognition, are crucial for job satisfaction and performance. 2. Group influence. Work is not just about individual effort, but is also shaped by group dynamics. Employees are influenced by their peers and the informal norms of their work groups. 3. Psychological and social factors. Non-physical factors like recognition, job security, and feeling of belonging play a larger role in motivating employees than physical working conditions or money. 4. Non-financial incentives. Motivation comes from emotional and psychological satisfaction, such as status, approval, and social rewards, not just monetary incentives. 5. Informal groups. Workers often form informal groups that influence their work behavior. These groups set standards that employees follow, impacting productivity. 6. Participative management. Managers should include employees in decision-making, especially informal group leaders. This approach reduces resistance to change and boosts overall efficiency and morale. Key takeaways. Human relations are critical. Understanding social and psychological factors can improve productivity. Group dynamics are important. Workers behave based on group norms, not just individual goals. Non-financial incentives. Social rewards like recognition are often more motivating than money. Involve employees. Participative management improves results by involving employees in decision-making. Parker Follett's contribution to management, human relations approach. Mary Parker Follett, a pioneering female management thinker, contributed significantly to management theory by promoting the human relations approach. Her ideas emphasized collaboration, empowerment, and the importance of understanding human behavior in organizations. Key concepts from Mary Parker Follett's contribution. 1. Power with versus power over. Power over. This is the traditional idea of power, where one group or person holds power over another, e.g., a boss dominating an employee. Power with. Follett suggested a more collaborative form of power where everyone shares power equally. When employees feel empowered and included in decision-making, they work more efficiently and cooperatively. Example. Instead of a manager telling employees what to do, power over, a manager could work with employees to solve problems together, power with. This results in better teamwork and morale. 4 Principles of Coordination by Mary Parker Follett. 1. Principle of early stage. Explanation. Coordination should start at the very beginning of the management process, especially during planning. Early coordination ensures that everyone is on the same page and can work towards common goals. Example. Before launching a new project, the manager should meet with all teams, marketing, sales, production, etc., to discuss and align their goals and tasks. This makes the whole process smoother and more efficient. 2. Principle of continuity. Explanation. Coordination is not a one-time task, but should continue throughout the entire life cycle of the organization. It should be integrated into every stage of management: planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. Example. As a company grows, managers should continuously check in with employees to ensure everyone is working well together and that goals are still being met. Coordination doesn't stop after the planning phase. 3. Principle of direct contact. Explanation. Managers should establish direct communication with their subordinates. This helps to prevent misunderstandings and ensures smooth coordination between all levels of the organization. Example. Instead of only sending emails, a manager might hold regular face-to-face meetings or calls with employees to check on their progress and address concerns directly. 4. Principle of reciprocal relations. Explanation. Actions taken by one part of the organization affect others. Managers must consider how decisions will impact all departments and people involved before making a decision. Example. If a marketing team decides to launch a new advertising campaign, they must consider how it will affect the production and sales teams. Decisions made by one group can have a ripple effect on others, and managers need to ensure these relationships are balanced and coordinated. Key takeaways. Power with is more effective than power over, promoting collaboration and shared responsibility. Coordination should begin early, at the planning stage, and continue throughout the management process. Direct contact between managers and employees leads to better communication and fewer misunderstandings. Decisions in one area of the company affect others, so managers must consider reciprocal relations before making decisions. By emphasizing human relations, cooperation, and continuous coordination, Follett's approach contributes to a healthier, more efficient work environment. Chester Barnard's contributions to management theory. Chester Barnard was a management theorist who introduced concepts that emphasize cooperation, communication, and authority within organizations. He is most famous for his acceptance theory of authority and his understanding of organizations as social systems. Key concepts from Chester Barnard's contributions. 1. Concept of organization. Barnard defined an organization as a system that coordinates the activities of individuals or departments to achieve common goals. He believed that an organization only works if 3 conditions are met. 1. People must be able to communicate. 2. People must be willing to contribute to the organization. 3. People must work towards shared goals. Example: for a project team to succeed, all members need to communicate openly, be willing to put in effort, and aim for the same outcome: successful project completion. 2. Formal versus informal organizations. Formal organization. These are structured, where interactions follow a set chain of command to achieve organizational goals. Informal organization. These are unstructured social interactions among employees that aren't part of official organizational processes but help in improving communication and team spirit. Example: in a company, formal interactions might include meetings to discuss goals, while informal interactions could be casual chats among employees during breaks that help them build better relationships and trust. 3. Elements of an organization. Barnard identified 4 essential elements for a successful organization. 1. Functionalization. Division of labor, departmentation. 2. Incentive system, offering rewards to encourage contributions. 3. Power system, employees following managerial decisions. 4. Decision-making process, a rational system for making decisions. 4. Acceptance theory of authority. Unlike traditional views of authority, where employees must follow orders just because they come from higher-ups, Barnard's theory suggests that authority is accepted by employees if, when they understand the command. 2. They believe the command aligns with organizational goals. 3. They think it benefits their personal interests. 4. They have the ability to follow through with the task. Example: a manager asks an employee to work overtime. The employee is more likely to accept if they understand why the work is needed, feel it benefits the team, and are capable of completing the task. 5. Functions of the executive. Barnard outlined 3 main responsibilities for executives. 1. Maintain communication. Ensure smooth communication within the organization. 2. Secure services. Ensure employees contribute effectively toward organizational goals. 3. Develop objectives. Clearly state the organization's goals and direction. 6. Motivation. Barnard emphasized non-monetary incentives for motivating employees, such as 1. Pride in workmanship. 2. Opportunities for authority and recognition. 3. Good working conditions. 4. A sense of belonging and involvement in important activities. Example: an employee might be motivated not by money, but by feeling appreciated and involved in decision-making. 7. Organizational equilibrium. This concept suggests that an organization must balance individual needs with organizational goals to maintain a healthy, functional environment. This balance is dynamic, meaning it changes as individual and organizational needs evolve. Example: if an employee's personal goals, like work-life balance, aren't met, it can disrupt the balance in the organization. Both the organization and the employee need to adapt continuously to maintain this equilibrium. 8. Executive effectiveness. An executive is considered effective if they 1. Fulfill their responsibilities. 2. Lead their subordinates well. Effective leadership requires intelligence, technical skills, and social skills. It also involves avoiding common mistakes like 1. Overgeneralizing the organization's needs. 2. Ignoring informal organizational dynamics. 3. Not clearly understanding authority and responsibility. 4. Failing to act according to ethical standards. Example: a good manager knows how to balance technical knowledge with understanding the team's emotional needs, ensuring goals are met while maintaining a positive work environment. Key takeaways. Organizations are social systems that require cooperation between employees and management. The acceptance theory of authority shows that employees accept authority when they understand it, believe in its purpose, and can act on it. Barnard highlighted the importance of both formal and informal organizations, with informal groups helping improve communication and cohesion. Motivation is not just about money. Non-monetary incentives, like recognition and work culture, are essential. Executive effectiveness comes from clear communication, leadership, and avoiding common mistakes in decision-making. Barnard's theories emphasize the importance of cooperation, effective communication, and a balance between individual needs and organizational goals. Modern approach to management theory. The modern approach to management emerged in the 1950s as an improvement over earlier management theories, including the classical and behavioral approaches. This approach focuses on the complexity of organizations and the individuals within them, acknowledging the diversity in their needs, desires, and motivations. Unlike earlier theories that treated organizations as simple machines, the modern approach understands that every organization and its people are unique, requiring specialized strategies. Key concepts in the modern approach. 1. Focus on complexity. The modern approach emphasizes the complexity of organizations and the employees within them. It recognizes that employees have different needs, motivations, and goals, which must be considered to effectively manage the organization. Example: in a company, some employees may be motivated by money, while others may value job satisfaction or recognition. A manager needs to understand these differences to motivate each individual effectively. 2. Challenges of universal principles. It acknowledges that the universal application of management principles is difficult because organizations are dynamic and vary widely. The approach advocates for tailored solutions depending on the unique circumstances of each organization. Example: a startup may need flexible and creative management strategies, while a large corporation might require a more structured and systematic approach. 3. Employee-centered view. The modern approach shifts away from the earlier classical theories that viewed employees purely as economic beings, motivated mainly by money. Instead, it views them as social beings with various needs and aspirations, much like the neoclassical approach. Example: modern managers often focus on teamwork, employee well-being, and work-life balance, rather than just focusing on output and productivity. Key theories within the modern approach. 1. Management Science School. This approach focuses on the application of quantitative techniques and mathematical models to solve management problems. It emphasizes decision-making, forecasting, and optimization. Example: using data analytics to predict sales trends or applying operations research to streamline production processes. 2. Contingency theory. The contingency theory suggests that management practices should depend on the specific situation. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. Instead, strategies should be adapted based on factors like the environment, the organization's structure, or the type of work being done. Example: a manager might use a more centralized decision-making process in a crisis situation, but delegate more decision-making power to employees in routine operations. 3. System approach. The system approach views the organization as a complex system of interrelated parts that work together. Changes in one part of the system can affect other parts, so a holistic view is necessary. Example: in a manufacturing company, improving the sales team's performance may not be enough if the production or supply chain is not optimized. The system approach ensures that all areas of the company are working together effectively. 4. Social system approach. This approach focuses on the social relationships within an organization and how these relationships influence behavior and performance. It recognizes that both the formal and informal structures within the organization play important roles. Example: the work culture, communication networks, and informal groups within an organization all influence how employees perform, often more than formal policies alone. 5. Decision theory approach. The decision theory approach centers on the decision-making process in management. It highlights that managers must make decisions based on incomplete or uncertain information, and the decisions must be rational and data-driven. Example: a manager choosing between two investment options must consider not only financial data, but also potential risks, market conditions, and long-term impact. Key takeaways. The modern approach focuses on the complexity of organizations and the diverse needs of employees. It emphasizes tailored strategies based on specific organizational conditions rather than universal principles. Management science, contingency theory, system approach, social system approach, and decision theory are key elements of this approach. This approach views organizations as dynamic, interrelated systems that require a thoughtful and flexible management strategy. This approach to management helps deal with the modern challenges of managing people and organizations more effectively, considering their social, emotional, and practical needs. Management Science School Simplified Explanation. The Management Science School focuses on using mathematical and quantitative methods to help managers make better, more logical decisions. This approach is different from the classical management theory, which focused on scientific techniques. Instead, it relies on advanced techniques like operations research, OR, and mathematical models to analyze and solve management problems. Key concepts of the Management Science School. 1. Quantitative approach. This approach uses quantitative tools, like mathematical models and statistical methods, to make decisions. It helps managers analyze large amounts of data and make decisions quickly and effectively. Example: a company could use mathematical models to predict future sales, helping them decide how much stock to order or how to allocate resources. 2. Rational decision-making. The approach believes that decision-making should be logical and rational. Managers should make decisions based on facts, data, and analysis rather than emotions or opinions. Example: if a company is deciding whether to launch a new product, they might analyze market research data, calculate potential profits, and consider costs before making the final decision. 3. System effectiveness. One of the key ideas is improving the effectiveness of the system, like a business or organization, by managing variables that can be controlled and considering those that cannot. Example: a company might control production costs and marketing efforts, controllable factors, while external factors like market trends or economic conditions, uncontrollable factors, are also considered. 4. Operations research, OR. Operations research is a field within the management science approach. It uses mathematical models and scientific techniques to solve complex management problems. Example: an airline company might use operations research to find the most efficient flight schedule or to optimize seating arrangements. 5. Optimization and rational decisions. The goal of the quantitative approach is to make optimal decisions, meaning the decisions that maximize profits and achieve goals in the best way possible. These decisions are based on facts and logic, not emotions. Example: a retail business may use optimization models to decide the best product prices to maximize profit. Key takeaways. Management science uses quantitative methods to solve complex management problems and improve decision-making. Rational decisions are based on data, logic, and mathematical models, ensuring the best possible outcomes. Operations research, OR, is a key tool within this approach, using math to solve real-world business problems. System effectiveness means improving how the whole system, organization, works by focusing on controllable factors and considering uncontrollable ones. The objective is to make optimal decisions that maximize results, such as profits or efficiency based on logical reasoning, not personal opinions. This approach is very effective in areas where decisions can be supported by clear data, such as finance, operations, and logistics. However, it may not be as useful when dealing with human behavior or emotional aspects of management. Systems approach to management, simplified explanation. The systems approach views an organization as a collection of interconnected parts or subsystems that work together to achieve a common goal. It emphasizes that every decision made within the organization should consider its impact on the entire system, rather than just one part. Key concepts of the systems approach. 1. System. A system is a group of elements working together with a specific purpose. Example. A company is a system, and its departments, like marketing, finance, production, are subsystems, each contributing to the company's overall goals. 2. Subsystems. A subsystem is a smaller part of a larger system. Each department in an organization is a subsystem. These subsystems work together to achieve the organization's goals. Example, the finance department, marketing department, and HR department in a company are all subsystems working for the overall success of the company. 3. Synergy. Synergy occurs when separate parts, like departments, work together to achieve greater results than they would individually. Example, in a business, the finance department working with the marketing department helps both departments work more effectively. The marketing team can plan better if they know the financial limits, and the finance team benefits from knowing the marketing strategy to allocate the right resources. 4. Open versus closed systems. Open systems interact with their environment, e.g. businesses, schools, etc. Closed systems do not interact with the environment and work in isolation, e.g. a machine. Example, a company is an open system because it interacts with customers, suppliers, competitors, and the economy. A closed system would be like a machine, which operates without any input from the outside world. 5. System boundary. Every system has a boundary to distinguish it from the environment. Open systems have flexible boundaries, while closed systems have strict ones. Example, a company's boundary is defined by its internal operations, but it is open to external factors like market demand, laws, and competition. 6. Flow. A system involves the flow of various elements, such as materials, energy, information, and human effort. These elements are transformed within the system. Example, in a manufacturing company, raw materials, input, flow through the production process, transformation, and the result is finished products, output. 7. Feedback. Feedback is the process of receiving information about the system's performance and using it to improve the system. Example, a company receives feedback from customers about product quality and uses that feedback to make improvements. Types of systems. 1. Physical systems. These systems are natural and influenced by the environment like seasons or rivers. Example, the weather is a physical system as it works independently but can affect the operations of businesses. 2. Mechanical systems. These are technology-driven systems, like machines or tools, which don't interact with their environment. Example, a car is a mechanical system because it operates independently of external factors. 3. Biological systems. Biological systems involve living organisms and their life cycles, such as humans, animals, and plants. Example, human beings are biological systems that grow, mature, and eventually die. 4. Social systems. These are systems created by humans to address social needs and work together cooperatively. Example, a school or a workplace is a social system because people work together to achieve common goals. Open and closed systems in organizations. Organizations are open systems because they interact with the external environment, customers, suppliers, regulations, etc. Example, a company must adjust its strategies based on market demand, competitor actions, and technological advances. It cannot function in isolation from the external world. Key takeaways. The systems approach views an organization as a set of interconnected parts that work together to achieve goals. Every decision made in an organization should consider its impact on the entire system. Subsystems, departments, must work together to create synergy, leading to better results. Organizations are open systems, meaning they interact with their environment to survive and grow. Feedback is crucial for improving and adjusting actions based on performance. This approach helps managers understand how different parts of an organization are interconnected and how their actions can affect the entire system. Social system approach to management simplified explanation. The social system approach focuses on understanding how individuals and groups within an organization interact, cooperate, and contribute to achieving the organization's goals. It highlights the importance of culture, relationships, and social behavior in a workplace. Key concepts of the social system approach. 1. Origin of the approach. This approach was founded by sociologist Vilfredo Pareto and later developed by Chester Barnard. It extends the human relations approach, which emphasizes the importance of understanding people's needs and behavior in an organization. Organizational culture and cooperation. The social system approach views organizations as systems where people from different backgrounds work together in a harmonious and cooperative environment. It is based on the idea of cooperation, where employees work together to satisfy their biological, physical, and social needs while helping the organization achieve its goals. Example: in a team, cooperation means that everyone helps each other, shares information, and works towards achieving the company's overall objectives. 3. Formal organization. Formal organization is a system of coordinated actions among employees that work together towards common goals. This is different from the concept of authority-based management, where decisions are made top-down. Example: a formal organization in a company means that departments or teams cooperate to achieve mutual goals, rather than working in isolation or under strict orders. 4. Social system. An organization is seen as a social organism that responds to cultural pressures and struggles. This means that the behavior of individuals and groups within the organization is influenced by their social and cultural backgrounds. Example: employees from different cultural backgrounds may bring unique perspectives to problem solving, and their interactions shape the work culture and dynamics. 5. Behavioral focus. This approach is similar to the behavioral approach, which emphasizes understanding how social behavior impacts organizational success. It rejects the idea of the economic man, who is purely motivated by financial gain, and focuses more on the social aspects of work. Example: employees may be motivated not just by money, but by their relationships with colleagues, a sense of belonging, and the opportunity for personal growth. Key takeaways. The social system approach emphasizes cooperation and understanding the social dynamics within an organization. It focuses on how employees' relationships, culture, and behavior influence organizational effectiveness. Organizations are seen as social systems where people work together for common goals, rather than a strict authority-based system. This approach emphasizes formal organization, where coordinated efforts lead to shared rewards and success. This approach helps managers understand how to create a positive work environment that promotes collaboration, cooperation, and social well-being, ultimately leading to organizational success. Decision-making approach in management, simplified explanation. The decision-making approach focuses on how decisions are made within an organization and highlights decision-making as the core activity of management. It views the process of making choices as central to effective management. All management tasks, from planning to controlling, are built upon making the right decisions. Key features of decision-making approach. 1. Management is decision-making. At its core, management is all about making decisions. Whether it's deciding on strategies, allocating resources, or solving problems, everything a manager does revolves around making choices. Example: a manager deciding on the marketing strategy for a product is making a decision that will affect the entire organization. 2. Everyone is a decision maker. In an organization, all members are decision makers. From top executives to employees, everyone makes decisions that contribute to the organization's success. Example: an employee may decide how to organize their daily tasks, and a manager may decide on team goals or objectives. 3. Decision centers in an organization. An organization is divided into different decision-making centers. These centers represent the different levels or departments that make decisions. The importance of each person's role in the organization can be defined by the decisions they make. Example: the finance department may make decisions about budget allocation, while the marketing department may decide on advertising campaigns. 4. Effectiveness depends on decision quality. The overall effectiveness of the organization is directly related to the quality of decisions made. Good decisions lead to success, while poor decisions can harm the organization. Example: a decision to invest in new technology can improve efficiency, but a poor decision may lead to wasted resources. 5. Factors influencing decision-making. Various factors affect how decisions are made, such as information available, time pressure, and the individuals involved. These factors should be studied and analyzed to improve decision-making. Example: if a manager has limited time to make a decision, they might rely on past experiences or available data rather than conducting a thorough analysis. Key takeaways. Decision-making is central to management. All functions of management depend on making the right decisions. Everyone in an organization is a decision maker. From employees to managers, everyone contributes to decisions. Decision-making centers, organizations have different levels or departments that make decisions, each contributing to the organization's success. Quality of decisions affects organizational effectiveness. Better decisions lead to greater success. Factors influencing decision-making. Managers need to understand the factors that affect decision-making, such as available data, time, and the people involved. The decision-making approach emphasizes the importance of thoughtful, well-analyzed decisions for managing an organization effectively. Planning in management simplified explanation. What is planning? Planning is the first and most important function of management. It's like creating a blueprint or roadmap to reach a destination. Managers use planning to decide the best way to achieve certain goals or objectives. It helps managers figure out what needs to be done, who will do it, and how to do it. Key points about planning. 1. Planning is the roadmap to achieving goals. Think of planning as mapping out a route for a journey. It shows the path to reach a destination, the goal. Without a plan, you might waste time, resources, and energy. Example: a manager plans how to launch a new product, what tasks need to be done, who will handle them, and the timeline for completion. Planning helps in efficient resource use. Effective planning ensures that both tangible, money, equipment, and intangible, time, knowledge, resources are used in the best way possible. Example: planning helps allocate resources like money for marketing or time for product development. 3. Planning helps minimize risks and wastage. A good plan considers possible problems, risks, and finds ways to avoid them. It also reduces wastage of resources, time, and effort. Example: before launching a product, planning can help identify potential challenges and prepare solutions in advance, like supply chain delays or competition. 4. Planning is a systematic and rational process. Managers use logical and careful thinking to make a plan that is realistic and achievable. Example: instead of randomly deciding what to do next, a manager thinks through each step to ensure it makes sense and aligns with company goals. Definitions of planning. Henry Fayol defined planning as choosing the best alternatives to perform tasks and achieve goals. Kuntz and O'Donnell describe planning as deciding in advance what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and who will do it. 6. Planning is the foundation of management. A well-thought-out plan is like a strong foundation for building the rest of the management functions: organizing, leading, controlling. Example: if planning is done properly, the process of organizing tasks, leading people, and controlling progress becomes much easier. Key takeaways. Planning is the first and most important management function. It helps in deciding the best course of action to reach goals. It helps make the best use of available resources, ensures money, time, and efforts are used effectively. Planning reduces risks and wastage, helps anticipate and prevent problems before they arise. It is a logical and rational process. Managers think carefully and logically to create a realistic plan. It serves as the foundation for other functions of management. Effective planning makes it easier to organize, lead, and control. In summary, planning is about carefully thinking ahead to ensure that your actions lead to success. It sets the stage for everything else in management. Nature of planning, simplified explanation. What is the nature of planning? The nature of planning refers to the key features that define planning as a process in management. Planning is not just about deciding what to do. It has a purpose and specific characteristics that make it effective for achieving goals. Key features of planning. 1. Planning assists in achievement of goals. Planning is goal-oriented. The main purpose of planning is to achieve specific objectives. Without a clear goal, planning would be pointless. Example: a company plans its marketing strategy to achieve the goal of increasing sales by 20% in the next year. 2. Planning is a basic function. Planning comes first. It is the first step that all other management functions like organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling depend on. Example: before organizing tasks or staffing employees, a manager first plans the tasks, goals, and objectives. 3. Planning is all-pervasive. Planning is needed at all levels of management. From top executives to lower-level managers, everyone is involved in planning, though the scope of planning differs at each level. Example: top management plans long-term company goals, while lower-level management focuses on daily operational plans. 4. Planning is flexible. Plans can change. Since planning is based on forecasts and assumptions, it can be adjusted when the environment or conditions change. Example: if a competitor launches a new product, a company might adjust its plan to stay competitive. 5. Planning is a never-ending process. Planning is continuous. Plans are made for a certain period, and once that period ends, new plans are created for the future. Example: a company reviews its annual plan and sets new plans for the upcoming year, adjusting for any changes in the market. 6. Planning is future-oriented. Planning is focused on the future. It's about predicting future events, analyzing them, and preparing for them. Example: a business plans for the future by forecasting sales, changes in customer preferences, and technological advancements. 7. Planning involves choice. Planning requires alternatives. There must be more than one option available to achieve a goal. The best option is then chosen based on its feasibility and impact. Example: a manager has to choose between hiring new staff or outsourcing certain tasks to achieve the goal of improving productivity. 8. Planning is an intellectual exercise. Planning involves thinking. It is a mental activity that requires planning. Simplified explanation. What are the different types of planning in organizations? Organizations create various types of plans based on their scope, time, and purpose. Here's a breakdown of the major types. 1. Coverage of activities. Corporate planning. What is it? Corporate planning involves decisions affecting the entire organization, including growth strategies and overall direction. Who does it? It is usually done by top-level managers. Example: a company decides to expand into new markets, which requires corporate planning to guide the strategy for growth. Functional planning. What is it? Functional planning focuses on specific departments or functions, such as marketing, HR, or production, and aligns them with the overall organizational goals. Who does it? Mid-level managers focus on it for their specific areas. Example: the marketing department plans how to launch a new product within the company's strategic framework. 2. Importance of contents. Strategic planning. What is it? This planning focuses on long-term goals and directions, setting a broad framework for future actions. Example: a company might plan to become the leader in its industry within the next 10 years by introducing innovative products. Tactical planning. What is it? This planning deals with shorter-term, more specific goals to support the strategic plan. It's generally for 1 year. Example: a manager plans for the production of a new product for the year, including distribution and marketing strategies. Operational planning. What is it? It's focused on daily operations and specific tasks. It is more immediate and addresses things like budgets and detailed schedules. Example: a team plans the day-to-day tasks for manufacturing and shipping products. 3. Time period involved. Long-term planning. What is it? Long-term planning covers several years, 3, 5, or even 20 years. It's focused on achieving broad, overarching goals. Example: a company creates a 5-year plan for global expansion, considering market conditions and growth forecasts. Short-term planning. What is it? This planning is focused on goals that need to be achieved in the near future, usually within a year. Example: a department might plan its budget for the upcoming year. 4. Approach adopted. I. Proactive planning. What is it? Proactive planning anticipates possible future problems and prepares in advance to deal with them. Example: a company might plan for potential supply chain disruptions by finding backup suppliers ahead of time. Reactive planning. What is it? Reactive planning occurs in response to unexpected events, meaning it's reactive rather than anticipatory. Example: a company may quickly create a plan to address a sudden equipment failure in production. 5. Degree of formalization. I. Formal planning. What is it? Formal planning is structured, scientific, and based on detailed data and analysis. Larger companies often use formal planning. Example: a corporation develops detailed financial forecasts and strategic plans for the next 5 years, with in-depth research. Informal planning. What is it? Informal planning is less structured, relying on intuition and the owner's experience. It's usually for smaller businesses. Example: a small business owner decides to expand based on market trends they've observed, without a detailed written plan. Key points to remember. Corporate versus functional planning. Corporate planning affects the whole organization, while functional planning targets specific departments. Strategic versus tactical versus operational. Strategic planning is long-term and broad. Tactical planning is medium-term and more specific, and operational planning is immediate and focuses on day-to-day activities. Long-term versus short-term. Long-term planning covers several years, while short-term planning is focused on the present year. Proactive versus reactive. Proactive planning anticipates problems, while reactive planning deals with problems after they occur. Formal versus informal. Formal planning is structured and detailed, while informal planning is more flexible and based on experience. By understanding these types, you'll know how different planning levels and approaches work together to help an organization achieve its goals. Plans and management. In management, organizations use different types of plans to ensure smooth operations and achieve their goals. These plans can be broadly categorized into 3 main types: standing plans, single-use or operating plans, and contingency plans. 1. Standing or repeated use plans. What are they? Standing plans are used repeatedly to handle recurring issues and situations in an organization. These plans provide a standard approach to solve predictable problems and guide employees at every level. Examples of standing plans. Mission or purpose. This defines the organization's core reason for existence. It's the foundational purpose and guides every action within the organization. Example: a nonprofit organization may have the mission to improve literacy rates in underprivileged communities. Objectives or goals. These are specific targets the organization aims to achieve. Example: a company may set an annual goal to increase sales by 20%. Strategies. These are plans based on the analysis of competitors and the business environment. They help the organization stay competitive. Example: a retail store may adopt a pricing strategy to compete with a nearby competitor. Policies. These are general guidelines for addressing recurring issues. Example: a policy could be to address customer complaints within 24 hours. Procedures and methods. Procedures are detailed steps for tasks, and methods explain how to do the tasks. Example: a procedure for customer service might involve greeting the customer, understanding their issue, and providing a solution. Rules. These are strict guidelines that tell employees what is allowed and what isn't. Example: rules about office timings or break durations. 2. Single-use or operating plans. What are they? Single-use plans are created for one-time specific situations. Once the situation is resolved, a new plan is made for the next task. These plans are more flexible and suited to dynamic or unforeseen scenarios. Examples of single-use plans. Programs. These specify a series of steps to reach a particular goal within a set time frame. Example: a company launching a new product might have a program that outlines all the tasks needed to bring the product to market. Budgeting. A budget is a financial plan created for a specific period, usually a year. It estimates the resources, money, materials, required for the program. Example, a marketing team may create a budget for project plans. These plans are for specific tasks or projects. Once the task is complete, the plan ends. Example, a construction company creates a project plan to build a new office building with specific steps and timelines. 3. Contingency plans. What are they? Contingency plans are developed to deal with unexpected events or risks that might negatively affect the organization. These plans prepare the organization to handle emergencies effectively, reducing potential damage. Examples of contingency plans. A company might have a contingency plan for natural disasters like floods or earthquakes, which includes steps like evacuating employees, securing assets, and ensuring business continuity. Another example could be a backup plan for data loss, where the company has regular data backups and a recovery strategy in place. Key points to remember. Standing plans, used for recurring situations, e.g., mission, objectives, strategies, policies. Single-use plans, created for specific tasks or projects, with plans made for each new situation, e.g., programs, budgets, project plans. Contingency plans, prepared for unexpected emergencies to minimize risks and damage, e.g., disaster recovery, emergency procedures. By understanding these different types of plans, you can see how organizations approach both everyday tasks and unforeseen challenges. Planning process, simplified explanation. The planning process involves several steps that guide managers in making decisions and setting actions to achieve organizational goals. Here's a breakdown of the steps in simple terms. 1. Perception of opportunities. What is it? Before planning, managers must be aware of the opportunities and threats around them. This step is about recognizing possibilities, such as expanding the business or creating new products, and understanding the organization's strengths and weaknesses. Example, a company might realize there's an opportunity to enter a new market, like starting an online store to reach more customers. 2. Establishing objectives. What is it? Once an opportunity is identified, the next step is to set clear objectives. These are the specific goals the organization wants to achieve. Objectives guide actions and help the company focus on what's important. Example, a company may set a goal to increase sales by 10% in the next year. Star 3. Planning premises. What is it? This step involves making assumptions about the environment in which the plan will be executed. Premises include internal factors like available resources and external factors like market trends or government policies. Example, a company might assume that the economy will grow in the next year, which will help boost sales. 4. Identification of alternatives. What is it? Once the objectives and premises are clear, managers identify different ways, alternatives, to achieve the goals. There's usually more than one way to achieve an objective, so exploring various options is essential. Example, to enter a new international market, a company might consider different strategies like exporting products, forming joint ventures, or opening local manufacturing plants. Avatar 5. Evaluation of alternatives. What is it? In this step, managers evaluate the identified alternatives based on how practical and beneficial they are, considering the available resources and potential risks. They assess which alternative would best help achieve the objectives. Example, a company might evaluate whether exporting products or forming a joint venture would be more cost-effective and successful for entering a new market. 6. Selection of alternatives. What is it? Managers choose the best alternatives that align with the objectives and available resources. Sometimes, multiple alternatives are chosen to handle potential changes in the environment. Example, after evaluation, the company selects a joint venture as the best way to enter the international market and prepares a backup plan in case things don't work out. 7. Formation of supporting or supplementary plans. What is it? After choosing the main plan, managers create supporting plans for specific actions, like hiring employees, securing resources, or budgeting. These help the main plan succeed. Example, if the company is setting up a joint venture, supplementary plans might include finding a local partner, arranging funding, or planning marketing strategies. 8. Establishing sequence of activities. What is it? The final step involves setting a clear action plan. Who will do what, when, and how. It includes budgeting and deciding the timeline to ensure the plan is implemented smoothly. Example: the company decides the tasks involved in the joint venture, like product distribution, who will be responsible for each task, and sets deadlines for completing each step. Key points to remember. 1. Perception of opportunities. Identifying potential opportunities and threats. Establishing objectives. Setting clear, specific goals. 3. Planning premises. Making assumptions based on internal and external conditions. 4. Identification of alternatives. Considering various ways to achieve objectives. 5. Evaluation of alternatives. Analyzing the pros and cons of each option. 6. Selection of alternatives. Choosing the best plan, sometimes with backup options. 7. Formation of supporting plans. Creating detailed plans for specific actions. 8. Establishing sequence of activities. Organizing tasks, responsibilities, and timelines for effective implementation. Understanding these steps will help you break down the process of planning and make better decisions within your management role. Importance of planning. Simplified explanation. Planning is crucial for an organization's success. It helps managers and employees stay on track, make informed decisions, and use resources wisely. Let's break down why planning is so important. 1. Provides direction and purpose. What is it? Planning helps give a clear direction to the organization. It tells everyone where the organization is heading, what each person's role is, and what tasks need to be done to achieve goals. Example: if a company plans to expand into a new market, everyone knows their responsibilities, like marketing, distribution, and sales, to help achieve that goal. 2. Helps in selecting feasible alternatives. What is it? Planning helps managers identify different ways to achieve their goals. It allows them to evaluate options and choose the best one based on expected outcomes. Example: a company wants to enter a new market. They can choose between opening a new store, starting an online business, or partnering with a local company. Planning helps decide the best option. 3. Encourages rational and logical decision-making. What is it? Planning encourages managers to make logical decisions based on facts and data, rather than relying on guesswork or luck. It minimizes risks and mistakes. Example: instead of deciding to expand based on a hunch, a manager uses planning to study market trends, competitor performance, and customer demand to make a smart decision. 4. Planning is a kingpin function. What is it? Planning is the foundation of all management activities. All other management functions, such as organizing, leading, and controlling, are based on the planning process. Example: before hiring new staff, a company needs to plan its future needs. This helps in designing the organizational structure and assigning responsibilities. 5. Optimal allocation and utilization of resources. What is it? Planning helps organizations use their resources, like money, time, and employees, efficiently. It ensures that resources are used in the best possible way to meet objectives. Example: a company can plan how to allocate its budget for marketing, production, and research, ensuring that no resources are wasted. 6. Enhances efficiency. What is it? Planning improves the efficiency of the organization by ensuring tasks are performed in the most effective way with minimal waste. Example: by carefully planning a product launch, a company avoids delays and wasteful spending, ensuring the product reaches customers on time and within budget. 7. Increases adaptability. What is it? Planning helps organizations become more adaptable to changes in the market, technology, or regulations. It allows them to adjust quickly and remain competitive. Example: a tech company might plan for future advancements in AI so it can adapt its products accordingly when the technology becomes more widely available. 8. Increases ability to anticipate. What is it? With good planning, organizations can predict changes in the environment and prepare for them. This allows them to take action before problems arise. Example: by planning for potential supply chain disruptions, a company can find backup suppliers or stock up on necessary materials before a shortage occurs. 9. Integration. What is it? Planning helps integrate various functions of an organization, like marketing, production, and finance, by ensuring everyone works toward the same goal. Example: if a company plans to launch a new product, The marketing, production, and sales teams will work together, ensuring a smooth launch. Key points to remember. 1. Provides direction and purpose, clarifies goals and roles for everyone in the organization. 2. Helps in selecting feasible alternatives, helps identify the best ways to achieve goals. 3. Encourages rational and logical decision-making, ensures decisions are based on facts, not guesses. 4. Planning is a kingpin function. All other management activities depend on planning. 5. Optimal allocation and utilization of resources, ensures resources are used efficiently. 6. Enhances efficiency, helps in performing tasks effectively with minimal waste. 7. Increases adaptability, prepares organizations to adapt to changes. 8. Increases ability to anticipate, helps predict and prepare for future opportunities or risks. 9. Integration, aligns all activities in the organization toward common goals. By understanding these key benefits, you can see why planning is essential to an organization's success. It sets the foundation for everything that follows. Making planning effective, simplified explanation. Effective planning is key to an organization's success, and to ensure plans work well, certain practices need to be followed. Let's go through the steps to make planning more effective. 1. Well-defined objectives. What is it? The foundation of good planning is having clear and achievable objectives. Objectives should be specific, realistic, and measurable. They act as a guide to ensure the planning process is on track. Example: if a company wants to increase its sales, setting a clear goal like increase sales by 10% in the next 6 months is more effective than just saying increase sales. 2. Developing organization systems. The organization should create systems that help in carrying out the plans. These systems should support the planning process and motivate managers to take an active role. Example: if the plan is to improve customer service, the company might set up a training system for employees to help them implement the plan effectively. 3. Involvement of top management. What is it? Top management must actively participate in planning and set the overall direction for the organization. They develop the strategic plans, and middle or lower level managers prepare departmental plans in line with these. Example: the CEO may decide on a new market strategy, and managers of marketing, finance, and production will prepare their individual plans to support it. 4. Broad participation. What is it? For planning to be more effective, it should involve employees at different levels. Giving lower-level managers and employees the chance to contribute leads to better plans that everyone feels responsible for. Example: a company could form a planning committee that includes staff from various departments to work together on setting company-wide goals. 5. Dissemination of planning information. What is it? To ensure effective planning, all relevant information, like goals, budgets, timelines, should be shared with everyone in the organization. This ensures alignment and everyone knows what to expect. Example: the marketing team should be aware of the budget and timelines for a new product launch, so they can plan their activities accordingly. 6. Connecting the long-term and short-term plans. What is it? Short-term plans should complement long-term goals. Short-term actions pave the way for achieving long-term objectives. It's important to connect both types of plans for overall success. Example: a long-term goal might be to expand to new international markets, and short-term plans could include setting up local distribution channels or partnerships. 7. Flexibility. What is it? Plans should be flexible enough to adapt to changes in the business environment. Managers should keep monitoring the plans and be ready to adjust them when needed. Example: if a new competitor enters the market, the company might need to change its marketing strategy quickly to stay competitive. 8. Analysis of costs and benefits. What is it? Planning should be cost-effective. The benefits of the plan should outweigh the costs involved. Managers can use cost-benefit analysis to ensure plans are financially worthwhile. Example: if a company is planning a marketing campaign, it should analyze whether the expected increase in sales is greater than the cost of running the campaign. 9. Accurate forecasting. What is it? Forecasting involves predicting future trends based on available data. Accurate forecasting is critical for effective planning, and it relies on reliable and complete data. Example: a company might forecast the demand for a product based on past sales data and market trends to decide how much inventory to keep. Key points to remember. 1. Well-defined objectives. Clear and achievable goals are crucial for successful planning. 2. Developing organization systems. Create systems to support the planning process and encourage manager involvement. 3. Involvement of top management. Top management should guide the overall strategy and support planning at all levels. 4. Broad participation. Involve employees at all levels to make plans more effective and widely supported. 5. Dissemination of planning information. Share all relevant information to keep everyone aligned. 6. Connecting long-term and short-term plans. Ensure short-term plans support long-term goals. 7. Flexibility. Plans should be adaptable to changes and unexpected situations. 8. Analysis of costs and benefits. Making planning effective. Simplified explanation. Effective planning is key to an organization's success. Simplified explanation. What is it? Decision-making is at the heart of planning. Every time an organization sets a goal or creates a plan, it's based on decisions made by the managers. In simpler terms, managers need to make decisions on what to aim for and how to achieve it. Example: P&G's revenue goal. Let's say Procter & Gamble, P&G, wanted to double its revenue in 10 years. The company had many options to consider. They could increase their revenue by 25%, 50%, or even 300% in the same period. They could also choose to expand into new markets, reduce costs, or buy other businesses. Each of these options is a decision that drives the company's plan, so their goals and plans depend on the choices they make. Key points to remember. 1. Decision-making drives planning. Every plan starts with a decision. What goals should be set? What actions should be taken to achieve them? Example: a company decides whether to grow by expanding into new regions or launching new products. 2. Setting goals is a decision. Managers must decide the goals they want to achieve. The goals are linked to the choices they make. Example: a company might decide to grow its market share, improve product quality, or increase profits. 3. Understanding the environment. Before making decisions, managers must understand their external environment, market trends, competition, economic conditions. If managers don't understand these factors, their decisions and plans won't be effective. 4. Mission as the foundation. Every organization has a mission, which defines its purpose, values, and direction. The mission guides the decision-making process. Example: a nonprofit's mission may be to improve education, and their decisions, like setting goals and plans, will align with that mission. 5. Link between goals and plans. The goals of the organization come first, followed by plans to achieve those goals. Goals can be strategic, long-term, tactical, mid-term, or operational, short-term. Strategic goals lead to strategic plans. Tactical goals help shape tactical plans. Operational goals shape operational plans. 6. Planning is a continuous process. Plans and goals at one level, strategic, tactical, operational, influence decisions and activities at all levels of the organization. Example: the strategic goal of increasing revenue influences the tactical and operational plans, like improving customer service or launching marketing campaigns. Key takeaways. Decision-making is what drives the entire planning process. Goals and plans depend on the decisions managers make. Before planning, managers must understand their environment, external factors. Every organization's mission shapes its decisions and plans. The planning process is hierarchical, starting with broad goals and getting more specific as you move down the levels. In simple terms, decision-making is what allows organizations to move forward, set goals, and create plans to achieve them. Each decision at every level of management helps shape the path the organization will take. 1.7. Exercise 1.7.1. Short answer type questions. 1. Highlight the skills of management. 2. What are the different levels of management? 3. State the roles of management. 4. Discuss management as art. 5. Explain about social system approach of management. 6. Explain the functions of management by Fayol. 7. Write the implications of Elton Mayo's Hawthorne experiment. 8. Enlist the nature of planning. 9. What do you mean by standing plans? 10. Highlight the reasons for failure of planning. 11. Explain planning and decision-making. OAK 1.7.2. Long answer type questions. 1. Define management. What is the nature of management? 2. Highlight the functions and significance of management. 3. Distinguish between management and administration. 4. Discuss management as science or art and as both science and art. 5. What contribution was given by the F.W. Taylor in scientific management? 6. Describe the contribution of Henry Fayol in administrative management. Highlight Fayol's principles of management. 7. Explain in detail about system and contingency approach to management. 8. Elaborate the different modern approach to management. 9. What do you mean by planning? Also explain the types of plans. 10. State the different types of planning. Also highlight the steps of the planning process. 11. Enumerate the importance of the planning. How planning can be made effective.